And it says, whenever possible, be mindful of your personal appearance. Neither overdress like a model or underdress like a slob. Clothes are made for the person and not the other way around. Fashion is a money-making market invention that exploits people's foolishness and immaturity. A clean outfit that protects the body, even if outdated, is worth more than the latest, oftentimes ridiculous creation. Do not feel bad for not being in vogue, which is always short-lived.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very good. Okay. So I'm just gonna say a few words, so we can tune in and be present. So let's take a deep breath. And as Vanessa said, be grateful to be here today. Be grateful of having a new day, of so much new opportunities that many times are not aware of. So be mindful, be open-hearted, open-minded to receive what the divine through our mentors and spirit guardians have to tell us, and even listening to our own hearts and emotions, so we can understand the path that we have to take, the choices that we have to make, always towards our spiritual growth. Thank you so much, our divine creator. Thank you, Jesus, for being with us all the time and guiding us. And we ask your bless to our meeting this morning. Thank you. So be it.
So be it. Good morning, everyone. You might be looking at me expecting Daniel Assisi. We are just a little bit different, but he had to travel, and I said, it's okay, I'll cover for you. And today, my topic is true charity. Again, don't we talk about charity all the time? Yes, we do. Because it's good about repetition. I was raised Catholic, and I remember going to the Mass, and when you attend Mass, what they do, they read the scriptures over and over, right? And if you ever been there, they repeat, and you read parts of the Bible, they go, but didn't we read this a year ago? Didn't we read this passage? Yes. Because depending on how we feel, depending on our state of mind and spirit, the message will come to us. And we do need repetition. If we didn't need repetition, we wouldn't have to reincarnate. We would come and learn the first time, we are done, evolve the spirit. Right? That would be so easy. It's not the case. So here I am repeating again about charity. All right. So, talking a little bit about me, I'm from São Paulo, Brazil, and as long as I remember myself, I always worked. I started working, teaching when I was 14 years old. Always worked. Didn't have much time to go to the beach or access to any pool. Therefore, I don't know how to swim. By now I can float a little bit, right? And when I'm in the pool with my husband, he's always there, are you okay there? Goes, yeah, you, right? He's let me go a little bit, but he's watching. And I am happy as long as my feet can touch the bottom of the pool. But I'm telling you, if you are with me and I fall in the pool and it's deep and I'm drowning and you can swim, please save me. I want you to save me. I am giving you the permission. Why am I saying this? Because of the word salvation. Because the word to be saved. And if you are familiar with the Spiritist teachings, we always say, without charity, there is no salvation. Without loving action, there is no salvation. But what is the salvation that we hear? Oh, I'm saved. Your salvation. Where does this come from? Well, many years ago, there, time of Jesus, people were really concerned about going to hell. They didn't want to go to hell because the way the hell was described is a place of suffering and probably have you heard you're gonna burn in hell? You know, maybe there is somebody there with a fork poking you and you're screaming. So this is hell. And if somebody described to me what hell looked like, I go, hell no, I'm sorry you were listening to this. They go, nope, nope. What do I want? I want to go to heaven. Because it's awesome heaven, right? Peaceful. I probably will have wings and going to be playing music and flying. All this to say, doesn't work really that way. Well, people were concerned and they say, I want to be saved from hell. Therefore, what do I have to do? You have to be good. Because if you're not doing good, and if you sin, if you make mistakes, be careful. You can go to hell. Something bad could happen to you. So that's where it comes from. Salvation means being heaven. Now we know that heaven and hell, there is no such a specific place in time where it is, location. Your life can be hell right now, depending on the state of mind, depending on what's going on, or it could be heaven. And we go through those phases of heaven and hell in our lives once in a while. Maybe if you were a teenager, oh my God, with the hormones and all that, they can describe really well what it is to be hell. Or dealing with teenagers' hormone, parents know that. I'm just giving you some examples so we can start thinking about what is that salvation. What is that salvation? One day a lady came to me that I know her, and she knew that I was going through a lot of things in my life. And she said, can I pray with you? And if you ever come to me and say, can I pray with you, for you, I will say yes. I will never turn down a prayer. And she said, I will pray with you because I notice that you are going through a lot of challenges. I go, thank you. She says, but I also came here to help you to be saved. And I said, all right, tell me more. She said, for you to be saved, you just need to answer this question. I go, what's the question? Do you accept Jesus as your Savior and His teachings? I accept the teachings. I go, yes. I accept Jesus with His teachings, save Him with a different interpretation. I would go, yes, He says, okay, you are saved. I go, oh my gosh, was that easy? All I had to say is yes. And I was missing on this all this time. Oh my gosh. Well, her intention was beautiful. It was beautiful. And what she was saying in a way was true. It's like accepting, understanding. But we know that accepting Jesus just not say, yes, Jesus, accept you in my life. It's be more like Jesus. It's following His teachings. And that's the big difference. that the Spiritism, when we study this philosophy, it always teaches us, say, yes, we see Jesus as the most evolved spirit on earth, but we invite you to act more like Christ, being loving, being kind. And when you do that, you're going to experience more heaven. That's the heaven that we are looking for. And when we think about acting more like Jesus, one thing that Jesus was good at was charity, helping others, looking at others, see what others need. And my question is, what are we doing? Are we doing more charity? Are we helping others? Of course, first we have to help ourselves. But this world is asking for actions. So we can have that salvation in a sense of feeling good, feeling happy. When we do something for other people, don't we feel good? It is that salvation, is that state of heaven that we are saying. But what kind of charity? We see today that's very easy to help somebody with material things. That's easy. That's easy. There is a story with Chico. He has many stories, right? Chico Xavier. And then he was so excited one time that he was helping the people in his neighborhood with food, collecting all those items, and he had this big smile and he was happy. And of course, not with these details, I don't remember exactly the words, but then his spiritual mentor appeared to him. It was Emmanuel. And you know Emmanuel, serious. Hey, Chico, what's up? Of course, he didn't say it like this. Chico, why are you so happy? And Chico, duh. Of course, he didn't say that. Emmanuel, look at all the wonderful things we were able to collect. All this to help the needy and the people. And Emmanuel, so? She's like, why are you saying that? Said, because the material help is your duty. Material help is our obligation. We see and we can afford, we help. If you see somebody hungry, it's our duty to feed the person. If we have the means to help. If you see somebody without clothes, cold, you have a jacket, it's your obligation. Everybody should be doing this. It's like if you see somebody having a heart attack, what are you going to do? Call 911. Call 911. And then you try to save us. And he says, this is an example, it's the same thing. If you see somebody in need, it's our duty as Christians, as a Spiritist, as a good citizen, as a human being to help. But don't take me wrong, we need the material help. It is still charity. It is looking at others. But it says the true charity is when you put your time. You dedicate some time of your life towards something, right? It's taking action, is doing the extra mile. That's the difference between feeling sorry and compassion. Sorry is I see and I feel. There's two components. I see And I feel sad. Compassion has the third component. I see, I feel, I do it. It has action. And when we do that, without interest, without wanting anything back, we get into that state of heaven, the salvation that we were talking about. And today, many of us, we know all about this. I'm repeating myself. You heard this many times. You read this, you lectures. We sit and wait. I wait for the opportunity to come to me. I wait that somebody here at the center will come up with a cool idea and send all those messages. Okay, let's do this. And we wait. And when we wait for a long time, and when there is too much planning, you must have some planning, the help arrives late. In my school right now, after all these things that's happening in school, right, there is a classroom that's very challenging. The teacher left with maternity leave early, and they have a lot of students with aggressive behavior, and they had already 7 teachers that came to this classroom and quit. And then they got a sub. And this sub now, as her teaching credential, she doesn't have much experience. Today they are like emergency teacher credential for 30 days, and they put you in a classroom because they're desperate. So this lady doesn't have much experience, but she has the best intention. And I was looking in the school, and you see how much she's struggling, crying. The kids don't listen, don't line up, hitting each other. They even took one of the kids from a classroom, and I say accept in my classroom to give her a break. But I was looking around, and I see this teacher trying her best, crying. All the teachers passing with their classroom. Nobody stopped to help this teacher. And I was just looking around, and I go, oh my God. And I came to her, and I just gave her a hug. And this teacher was just crying. I'm trying my best. They put somebody there with not much experience, with no support. It's hard. We learn to control a classroom, about 20-30% of the classroom to manage in our third year of teaching. In our third year of teaching, you can kind of manage the class 30% of a classroom. That's why many teachers quit in a few years, and we no support. So I went there, and she says, nobody came to me to help me. You were the first person. I said, and she says, and I think they hate me. I said, they don't. The reality is 7 teachers quit. So when they start to attach and love you and like you, they are afraid you're going to leave them. Are you going to leave them? She says, no. Are you going to stay? Yeah. Then I'm going to help you. So I went to her classroom and said, today your goal will be this. Look at your chairs. Look how your desks are set up. It's not helping. Now let's do this. And she says, I never thought about this. I go, let's organize your chair. Oh, look, so today that's it. The following day, let's do reward. Let's do stickers. Let's do this. Do you do circles? She says, no, I don't even know what that is. She's just learning to see how fresh this lady is. But with so much love, and not giving up. So she's staying, and I go there and support her, and then she says, today one child hugged me, and I'm like, yes, she hugged no, she doesn't hate you. She just, girl, stay. She says, thank you. What else do you think I should do next? Because we don't learn this in college to get your teacher credential. No, it's just paper and theory, but when you were thrown in a classroom. So why am I saying this? Wow, Bernadette, what a good person you are. Wow. No, because I remember my first year teaching. My second year teaching, I closed the doors, fell on the ground, and cried for an hour and said, what was I thinking? I will never come back to this classroom again. And I was there. My husband is so tired of hearing this. It's like, oh yeah, we remember. It's still I complain a little bit. But I saw, because I felt, I knew what it was. Because this is my passion. What's your passion? What's your passion? Have you experienced depression? And over? Maybe we can start helping people to talk about that. What is your passion? Do you care about homeless? What do you care? Oh, you are waiting for a big thing. There is no such a thing as a big thing. Everything needs to be done. Everything. Little things are big things. But we can no longer wait anymore. Find something that you love and start doing. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for somebody to call you. Start. You call somebody. You got your friend. You know, nobody wants to do. Oh, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start. I'm going to dedicate. Whatever it is, little things. Oh, Bernadette, but I still don't have an idea. Okay, we need greeters, somebody that come here and greet people. We need volunteers that would come here once a week and vacuum the room. We need somebody to organize our library. We need somebody to communicate and check on everybody once a month at least and say, hey, what are you doing? Do you need a prayer? Do you need what do you need? Come on, let's not wait anymore. That's our problem. We sit and wait. It could be too late. And then look at your body language too, how you feel. When you are doing something good, you feel that heaven, that salvation point. I know friends that I call, hey, do you want to do something with me or can we meet? And I hear, oh no, today's the day I have to speak at the center. Come on. Once in a while, it's like, I am so tired and I need to go. Right, but well, we are human beings, okay? We have the right to feel this way and push ourselves to keep going. But it has to be joyful and not a burden. Watch your body language, your mind. If you're not feeling good about it, it's a burden. It's still good that we are doing something. It's better to do something than nothing. But let's do it. We talk about the homeless, that we want to help the homeless here. Oh, but now we need to plan, we need to organize, we need to contact. Well, what can we start next week? Can you bring a granola bar next week? Can we have a box here? And once we have everything, we go and donate. What is it? What is your passion? And it doesn't have to be with the center. Like me, my passion is teaching, so of course I go and help all the other teachers because that's where my heart is. Where is your heart? Find it and do it. And we are here to support you. That's true charity. That's it, my friend. That's the message for today.